What? Welcome back. I don't have a build video today, but I do have a shop update on everything that's going on. I've got a half a dozen projects that I'll share with you. A tool update that's pretty exciting, so let's jump in. As you must have seen on the latest video with shop apron build for A-Bomb 79 Adam, there is the pattern I made for a couple different sizes. If you're interested in one of these, hit me up in the comments below or on my Instagram channel, Nice Custom Goods. I've got a couple apron orders from that video. There's one, and there's two more upstairs, of which we will get to see here in a second. And onto the workbench. Got a couple hat patches going out, 24 to be exact, for Covenant Landscaping up in Memphis, Tennessee. Putting a nice electronic door bolt lock on the shop door. Tired of carrying my keys around when I come over here. Now, this. It is probably a war era, probably 1942 Leblond Regal 13-inch. Super excited to have this in the shop. I am, everything looks so beautiful inside here. Show you inside the gearbox. The gears are in insane shape, like it maybe has never been used. It's quite impressive. There is nothing wrong with these gears. All the teeth are in really great shape. In fact, it's actually pretty clean. It's got a little bit of surface rust on it. The old gentleman that I bought it from, he was storing it in it was a covered space, but not a inside humid free space. I do live in Houston, and so you know, it's got a little bit of surface rust on it. The ways look pretty good. There's no major dings or scrapes or anything like that. So I'm going to go through and hit those with something to clean off the surface rust. Everything is pretty great. I would like to polish these up so you can read the dials a little bit more. Somebody put a post on here, a nice quick post. And this is, I love seeing this in projects. Look at this, somebody took a wrench handle, chopped it off, welded it to a bolt, and made this quick adjust. I love that. I'm gonna keep it, I think. Tells a story. All the parts are on here, which is really, really cool, including the coveted taper jig here in the back that allows you to cut up to a 10-inch taper, which is really handy. It's got a beautiful motor on the back, and I'm waiting for American Rotary to get here. They'll be here tomorrow. This is a somewhat newish, this year press that I bought from a fence making company. It is a Lehman number 10 press shear, now Rogers, still in Mineral, Texas, Mineral Wells. They've been super, super awesome to me and customer service, Bruce and Leah up there. If you need anything for a press shear, hit them up. This is original to the press shear, and I had this capacitor, it buzzes, and so it's going out and it's not super safe. So I've got a part coming in which my buddy is also going to replace for me. I'm replacing this whole unit, I believe. The other thing I wanted to do is this attachment here is for something completely different and had other parts on it. You can see some of the parts that I already took off. Those were absolute monsters to take off because they'd never been taken apart in probably 50 years, I would guess. So I ordered this from Rogers. This is a bottom plate and die. And then I've got to install the top, or the punch. You can see that size there. I can't remember what size that is. But it gets installed up in here. So I've got to drill a hole for that, tap a key basically that will lock this piece in there, and it punches in just like that. 18 tons. Needs some cleanup, but it works beautifully. And if you're interested, I do have this little fella here. It is a Craftsman lathe, and comes with an engine and this custom table here where the motor is underneath there. I said engine. If you're interested, hit me up. Everything works great on it. More projects. This is a whole bunch of maple that I cut down from boards and have been letting rest. Whenever you have a lot of wood like this, you want to cut it down and give it some time to rest, because these pieces are going to move a little bit and you want them to move on their own and not after you put it together. So these are going to be some cutting boards for Killen's, which is a wonderful, magnificent restaurant here in town. He's a barbecue place, a burger place, steakhouse, etc. I've done a lot of work for them. You may have seen that on Instagram. I thought I'd share this. These are kind of cool. I bought this from a cobbler in Houston. He's been there for, gosh, I don't know. I want to say he's been there for around 40 or 50 years. And he had these next to some of his tooling. And Western is the brand. Cast iron, stinking heavy. These will be great to put snaps and such as in. So another piece. I picked these 3/8 drops off at my local steel yard. Little surface rust, even barely surface rust. And this is going to be a part for the press shear that's going to be a stripper. And so these were just drops. And so I'll turn these into a stripper as opposed to spending money on buying one, which Rogers does have available. But I knew I could get this steel. This pile of steel right here was $5. I might turn this into its own YouTube video, but this 1/2-inch cold rolled stock here, and I have a florist from out of town, Kansas City, that is looking to have these little stands made so she can display flowers for weddings and special events and that kind of stuff. So look forward to this project. It's real simple, but something that's fun to do. And one exciting thing I have done is moved all the sewing machines up into the recording studio. There's a couple more aprons and the back straps right there. Moved the big fella over here, the leather machine, Cobra Class 4, and moved the sewing machine for buttons right there. A Chandler came out of a Levi's factory in Texas. This is for sale. If you're interested in like sewing buttons, you can have it. Okay, thanks for joining me. That is a shop update and a couple of the projects that I have going on. Look out for a video coming pretty soon where I take that 1/2-inch cold rolled bar and turn it into some flower stands for a friend up in Kansas City. I'd love to see you over at Nice Custom Goods on Instagram, and if you're into old stuff, Nice Vintage Goods on Instagram, please come over. Because my channel's new, like brand new this year, 2020, come over and hit that like button if you would, and subscribe. If you have any questions, comment down below. I'd love to interact with you. Peace.